Instead of a propaganda soup, we want to offer you clean water. Instead of the announced clean water, there is the usual hate machine. These 7 million people will not disappear. Do you have a plan for this problem?
Jestem przekonany,
I am convinced that this process of reconciliation, first of all, should concern ordinary human life in Poland, because it is the life of ordinary people that becomes unbearable when there is such a level of aggression and resentment. For a functionary working in TVP, after the decisions of Bartłomiej Sienkiewicz, the voters of Law and Justice are a problem. I have very bad news for both Prime Minister Donald Tusk and this pseudo-journalist, namely, it is not 7 million. If they are to refer to voters and the electorate of Law and Justice, there is much more of a problem, for the reason that people are outraged by what Donald Tusk has been doing for the past month since taking power. Outraged by the forceful takeover of public media, among other things. It is about imposing this type of narrative, a reality that is favorable to the ruling camp, and a narrative that is designed to justify the focus on this accountability action. The idea was that people should not expect the government to deal with issues regarding the Polish economy or the central transportation port at this time. The interview was conducted in a favorable narrative for Tusk, which was jointly conducted by 3 TV stations. The mandates of these 2 deputies have expired. Therefore, there is no room for negotiation here. Instead of questions about his promises, such as 60,000 tax-free amount, 0% credit, or fuel at 5 zloty, there were questions in which Tusk could repeat his government's narrative, such as not recognizing Julia Przyłębska as president of the Constitutional Court. In my opinion, this strange verdict by Ms. Przyłębska is not binding, but there are other ways to pursue such legal responsibility for Mr. Glapiński for what he did as president of the National Bank of Poland, and we will find those ways. Please go ahead. Ask why the Minister of Justice, the Prosecutor General, decided to take such a step, and what is the legal authority for his decision. Tusk has devoted a lot of time to the public media. When rebuilding the public media, one does not look for one's party propaganda specialists in the media. Then why is the publisher of the main TVP program, managed by Sienkiewicz's functionaries, taking a picture of himself in the Prime Minister's office, with the chief functionary in Prime Minister Tusk's office in charge of propaganda? On top of that, Juliusz Głuski-Schimmer points out how happy he is.